Here's where things went wrong. I bought these second-hand, one British size smaller than I should have. They were absolutely cheap. I think I paid $50 for them, and they looked almost brand new. I thought I could handle the fit issue. I was completely wrong. I can wear them for about a 20-minute walk, and then I reach my limit of pain. Don't do this. 10 pairs of shoes. Is that too many? Not enough? Here's what might surprise you. These 10 pairs cover every situation from black tie events to weekend jeans. And I could probably get by with just half of them. But here's the thing about shoes. They might be the most important part of your outfit that you think about the least. Get them wrong and even a perfect suit looks off. Get them right and they can elevate the simplest outfit. This is episode 6 of the Thoughtful Style podcast. Today I'm walking you through my entire shoe wardrobe, not because I think you need 10 pairs, but because understanding how different shoes work across formality levels will help you make smarter choices about which ones actually serve your lifestyle. And I share one expensive mistake that taught me the most important lesson about shoe buying. Before I dive into specific pairs, let me explain my approach to building a shoe wardrobe. Just like with my suits and jackets, versatility and coverage of all life situations was most important to me. I wanted to range from black Oxfords for the most formal situations to suede penny loafers for very relaxed looks, with strategic pieces in between that could bridge multiple contexts. Shoes exist on a clear formality spectrum, and understanding where each style sits helps you make better outfit decisions. At the formal end, you have black cape toe Oxfords, appropriate for business meetings, formal events, even black tie occasions with the right suit. At the casual end, you have something like suede penny loafers, perfect with jeans, chinos, even casual suits. But you'd never wear them to a business meeting. Most of our daily life might happen in the middle of that spectrum, which is why the most versatile shoes tend to be brown rather than black, and why texture and construction details matter so much. Here's something I always thought was correct advice. Brown shoes work with more of your wardrobe than black shoes do. Black shoes work with black, navy, charcoal and dark gray. Brown shoes work with navy, all shades of gray, earth tones, even some lighter colors. If you're building a minimal shoe wardrobe, you'll get more versatility from brown as your foundation. If you're thinking about building a more versatile wardrobe, consider joining my newsletter where I deep dive into a diverse range of topics about wardrobe building, style, outfit breakdowns and more. You can join via the link below. If you're curious about how I would build a wardrobe from scratch, also consider getting my free essential style guide in the link below. It's all free and you will benefit from my honest insights I've acquired through the years. Let's start with the most formal category, Oxfords. My first pair is black cap-toe Oxfords by Ludwig Goertz from a German producer, which I bought as a student and still keep. I believe it's a Blake stitch construction, so I can have it resewed once it needs new soles. These work with all dark suits in the most formal situations. Is it the most versatile shoe in my wardrobe? Definitely not. Among my shoes, this is the one I don't wear that often. I could have also thought about purchasing even higher quality black Oxfords. But does it really make sense if these are my most unworn shoes? I doubt it. But your lifestyle might differ. If you work in a very conservative industry, law, finance, certain corporate environments, this might be your workhorse. For most men, this is definitely the shoe for formal situations, but in terms of everyday life, it doesn't get worn as much as it should. My second pair is black broked wingtips by Miyagi Kogyo. Actually, my latest purchase. I realized that while a plain black Oxford isn't very versatile, I was lacking black shoes since I had accumulated many brown pairs. I wanted something more playful with broguing, so I could wear it with my charcoal suits, especially my pinstripe suits, without always going for the sleek black Oxfords. It definitely filled that gap. Miyagi Kogyo is considered the Japanese equivalent of English Northamptonshire traditional shoemaking, and these are absolutely splendid. The broguing makes them less formal than plain cap-toes, but more interesting, and they work beautifully with textured suits. Here we have my brown cap-toe, the versatile classic. This is a dark brown cap-toe Oxford by Crockett & Jones. This is where versatility really kicks in. I wear these with all my suits except the darkest ones. I'd say they work with 70, perhaps 80% of my wardrobe. They're also beautiful with casual tailored trousers, linen wool blends, cotton trousers. They have that elegant summer feel about them. A brown Oxford makes more sense in my wardrobe than a plain black Oxford because of its versatility. This one is the seasonal star. My last Oxfords are wingtips in Oxblood by Carlos Santos. These are beautiful. I can pair them with all my mid-grey suits and they look incredibly with flannel trousers in autumn and winter. But here's a lesson about international shoe sizing. Portuguese shoemakers and perhaps Italians too tend to craft slightly slimmer shoes where you have to be careful. I get blisters after wearing these for long periods, which I don't get with British-made shoes. That's unfortunate because I absolutely love these shoes aesthetically. Now let me tell you about one of my biggest shoe mistakes. My dark brown single monk straps by Carlos Santos. First, let me explain why I chose single monk straps. I'm not a fan of double monk straps. They look slightly trendy to me, though I can't quite put that into words. But single monk straps don't have that association for me. They look sleek, very elegant. I feel tremendously sharp wearing them with smart trousers and even cotton trousers. Here's where things went wrong. I bought these second-hand, one British size smaller than I should have. They were absolutely cheap. I think I paid $50 for them, and they looked almost brand new. I thought I could handle the fit issue. I was completely wrong. I can wear them for about a 20-minute walk, and then I reach my limit of pain. Don't do this. Even if you love the shoes and catch a stellar discount, it's not worth it in the end. I'm thinking about selling them, which is unfortunate because stylistically they're exactly what I wanted. This taught me the most important lesson about shoe buying. Fit trumps everything. A beautiful shoe that doesn't fit properly is essentially unwearable, no matter how much you love the style or how good the deal was. Next, let's talk about one of my absolute favorite shoe categories. Boots. Why do I think boots are absolutely stunning? Because they are fantastically versatile. You can pair them with jeans and suits. Not your darkest, most formal suits, but they embody my style philosophy perfectly. Fit is king, versatility is queen. My dark brown Chelsea boots by Herring Shoes are superb. They pair with most of my pieces. You could also choose black Chelsea boots, which are incredibly versatile too. It depends on your taste and the rest of your wardrobe. Chelsea boots bridge that gap between formal and casual better than almost any other shoe. They work with suits for business casual, with chinos for weekend wear, even with jeans for elevated casual looks. And then I have Jodhpur boots, also by Herring Shoes. These are slightly more casual than Chelsea boots. I love wearing them with jeans, a casual shirt, and then throwing on a navy blazer or any other casual jacket. The Jodhpur style with its side buckle has a bit more character than Chelsea boots, which makes them perfect for those times when you want your shoes to add some visual interest to a simple outfit. Finally, let's talk about loafers, perhaps the most casual category but definitely not the least important. Loafers are not formal shoes. Even the most formal black penny loafer isn't really formal. Of course, you can wear them with dark suits, it's appropriate, but they are not the best choice for very formal occasions. But here's the thing. In our modern, casual-leaning world, the loafer is the perfect embodiment of my motto that versatility is queen. You can style them purely casually with jeans, chinos, anything you can name. With casual suits, they are perfect. With sports jackets and navy blazers, they are an ideal match. These loafers from Herring Shoes are the most casual pairs I own. They work splendidly with my most casual trousers. I especially like them with white jeans. It's a no-brainer combination. These are probably the shoes I wear most often from spring to autumn. The suede texture adds casualness, while the penny loafer construction keeps them refined enough to work with blazers and casual suits. My dark brown tassel loafers, also by Herring Shoes, work with many of my pieces. I can wear them with my flannel suit or with casual blazer looks. They are very easy to style and hit that sweet spot between casual and polished. Finally, my black penny loafers by Crockett & Jones might be a little controversial. Black is traditionally a formal color, but the penny loafer construction is inherently casual. But why not have some fun with contradictions? I can wear these with jeans for an elevated casual look with a blazer, or I can wear them with my mid-grey suits for a relaxed, smart look. I would definitely buy them again because I tend to wear them very often, perhaps more often than you'd think due to their contradictory nature. They represent this modern approach to dressing where you can mix formality levels to create something more interesting than strictly following traditional rules. Looking at these 10 pairs, what have I learned about building a shoe wardrobe? First, about 3 or 4 pairs probably handle 80% of my wearing occasions. The brown cap-toe Oxfords, the Chelsea boots and the suede penny loafers cover most of my daily life. The other pairs serve more specific purposes or add a variety. The monk strap disaster taught me that no matter how much you love a style or how good the price is, improper fit makes shoes unwearable. Always prioritize fit over everything else. If you're building a minimal wardrobe, brown shoes will serve you better than black shoes in most situations. Black is essential for very formal occasions, but brown works across more contexts. Suede, broguing, and certain leather textures make shoes more casual and often more versatile. Smooth, plain leather reads as more formal. Pay attention to how different countries' shoemakers approach fit. British shoes tend to fit my feet better than Portuguese shoes, but your experience might be different. The most versatile shoes tend to be in the middle of the formality spectrum, brown leather with some texture or detailing in classic styles like Chelsea's or brown Oxfords. I hope you could learn something from my shoe wardrobe. In the next episode we'll discover the navy blazer and talk about its fascinating origin and why even 100 years later it's still the king of a man's wardrobe. You definitely want to check it out. Thanks for listening, and I will see you in the next video.